Zenobia Shroff, and I have been an actress here in New York City for the past 25 years. I came to this country to study acting. I came with 2 suitcases, $500, and a 6-month visa. The suitcase and the $500 are gone, and the visa is an American passport now. I am still standing. I'm going to do an excerpt from my one-woman show called Exotic Observations. The piece runs about 35-40 minutes, but I'm going to do about 10 minutes for you. Thank you. Hi, my name is Zenobia, and I'm originally from Mumbai, India. And I wanted to share a little bit with you about what it feels like to be a South Asian actress and a human here in New York City for the past 25 years. So there's 3 things that people are always interested in when they meet me. The first thing is my name. Most people really like it, and that's lovely to hear. Some people have difficulty with it, and I get that too. I mean, it's not Mary, it's not Jane, it's Zenobia, but it's also not that hard. But over the years, till this day, I have got Zabina, Zabonia, Zimbabwe, Zimbibia, Tenibia. I've even got a Tennessee. That's right, a Tennessee. I actually sat down and did the through line on that, and it's got to have gone Zenobia, Zenabia, Zenibi, Tenibi, Tennessee. I get a lot of Zabonia. When I was spell checking this piece, Zabonia came up as bubonic, like the plague. Not a good feeling. And the one that I get every day almost, to this day, is Zimbobia. Z-I-M-B-O-B-I-A. Hello, may I speak to Zimbobia, please? And I just mess right back. I'm like, no, Zimbobia's not home. When will she be back? I don't know. She's gone downtown to change her name. The second thing I get a lot of is, where are you from? To which I say, I'm from India. And then there's always a shocked response. Oh no, you can't be. You don't look Indian, you don't act Indian, you don't sound Indian, you must be Brazilian, you must be Spanish, you must be Israeli, you must be something else, but you can't be Indian. You are not talking this way. Why you are not talking this way? All the Indians, they are talking this way. No, they're not. Some of us are talking this way. But, you know, that happens a lot. So, as a result, I get sent out for a lot of what is called ethnically ambiguous stuff. What the hell is ethnically ambiguous? I think it's just a very polite way of saying, send the bitch out for everything that nobody else wants to go for, and the bitch will go, because the bitch needs the gig. So, a couple stories about that. Went to meet this person in our business many years ago. Big burly guy, summer, he was sweating intensely. He's like, so, where are you from? So I said, I'm from India. And he goes, oh really? I said, yes. Where's that? In Lebanon? Yep. I said, yeah, it's in Lebanon. We took India, all the billion people of us, and we shoved it into Lebanon. We now call it Lavindia. This other guy says to me, so where are you from? And I'm like, I'm from India. And he says, can't make this stuff up. He says, oh, my barber's Palestinian. That's nice. I said, very politely, I said, why are you telling me this? And he goes, oh, you know, because you're Syrian. No, anyway. This other lady, she herself was a Hispanic woman, and she said to me, oh, Zenobia, ¿cómo estás? Now, I don't know Spanish. Some people do. I mean, but I've been in New York long enough to know a few words. So I said, muy bien. And she said, oh, you know Spanish? And I said, no, I don't. And she said, oh yeah, no, I didn't think you did, because, you know, you're from Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia. India, ladies and gentlemen, is not even a country. Okay? Mesopotamia was, many thousands of years ago, the area covering Iran, Iraq, Turkey, and Syria. Nothing to do with India. The guy from Syria will be happy, but nothing to do with it. So really, if it comes down to this, it's this. I am a plague from a country that does not exist. But see, I don't think that I'm the only immigrant who gets this. I think a lot of immigrants get this kind of stuff. You know, I mean, I get stuff, and I'm sure many, many immigrant groups get this. So I get things like, oh my God, you're from India. Have you ever like been on a tiger? I always imagine one of those Kardashian girls asking me that. Oh my God, Courtney, she's been on a tiger. Or I'll get, India, really? I had naan bread last night. Okay. Oh my gosh, you're from India. I know someone from Peru. Oh really, India, really? I know someone, one person from India. Her name is Sunita. Do you know her? No, there's a billion of us do not know Sunita. And the one that I am mildly amused with even to this day is, welcome to America. You speak such good English. Thank you, so do you. Oh, and the third thing is not really a question as much as a pronouncement. And it is the title of this piece, of course. Exotic, you're so exotic. With your dark hair and your dark eyes and your olive skin and your beautiful accent, you're so exotic. Anyway, all right, ladies and gentlemen, time for full disclosure. Mama has dated every loser in the tri-state area. Right, yeah. Homeless, jobless, drug addicts, come to Mama. So, anyway, that's another show, another time, and a lot of therapy. So I have, like everybody else, tried the internet dating, right? I met this gentleman there. Let's just call him Adam. You know, certainly behaved like the first man on earth. And the following story will show to you that not only was he terribly racist, but he made no sense. No sense. So the first thing he says to me is, have you taken your shots? You know, lest I contaminate his pristine American air with my germs. Now, by the way, you do need to take shots when you go to India, but you don't need to do it the other way around. So I said, no, I have not taken my shots. And then he said, so you drink our water? No, I don't drink your water. I am a camel, these are my humps. I have not drunk your water for 20 years. He proceeded to tell me that he lived at Canal Street. I said, oh, that's nice. And he goes, you know where Canal Street is? You know, that's the little immigrant girl, you know, lifted a burqa, unshackled her chains, and knows where Canal Street is. And then he's like, I think I need to go. And I'm like, no, please, you know, be on your way. And he's like, I have to go to Queens. Do you know how I can get there? I'm like, take the R. It even goes to Canal Street. But sometimes the universe smiles, right? Yeah, it does. And I met this young man, a boy really, to be perfectly honest. But, you know, like I said, that's another show. And it was going well, which in itself is a miracle for me. Nice, very nice first date. Everything's going well. And we're having a really good conversation. Now, I wear the bust of a miracle worker called Sai Baba around my neck. I have been wearing it since I was 18. Many people in India wear this. He crosses race lines, religion lines. He's a miracle worker. And it's very, very common. Of course, it's a terribly specific thing, and I don't expect people to know it. So we're chatting and we're having a really good time. And then he leans in and he says, "Is that your dad?" Yes, yes, that's my dad. In my spare time, take a hunk of gold, carve my dad out of it, put it on a chain, walk him around New York like a dog. That is my dad. We went out for quite a bit, you know. Very low standards. So, can you just picture it? Me looking at him, and him looking at me, and also looking at him, Daddy. Right. So, this last story should probably sum it up pretty nicely for you. Went to meet this gentleman in our industry. At the time I was working on the aforementioned dating show, written a piece about it, and I read him some stuff, and he clearly had no idea who I was or what I was trying to do. And he listened, and he listened, and he goes, okay, good. I got it. This is your hook. Every show needs a hook. This is your hook. You stand on one of those stages and you wear what do you call them, one of those dot things on your head, you know, you wear one of those dot things. I said, bindi? Yeah, you wear one of those dot things, and you wear a big Indian skirt. You got a big Indian skirt? Do I have a big Indian skirt? Do you wear a big Indian skirt and then you have a lantern, you know, and let it sway, and then you stand there and you say, you know, I went on all of these dates and I got screwed and I didn't even get a fuck out of it. And you do it in an Indian accent. Can you do an Indian accent? Can I do an Indian accent? I mean, you gotta picture this, you know, me on the stage, you know, with the bindi and the flowing skirt and the lantern, which, by the way, technically is a Middle Eastern effect, nothing to do with India. Swaying seductively, and me saying, you know, oh dear, I went on all of these dates and I got screwed and I did not even get a puck out of it. So if all of these people had their way, this is what it would look like to me. This is how I picture it, you know, me there with the bindi and the big skirt, my shots, don't forget about my shots showing through the skirt, you know, my camel hump securely in place, you know, riding on the tiger, going to Canal Street, chewing on my naan bread, waving my passport, don't shoot, I'm American, I swear. My dad, of course, round my neck with a rope, holding tight maybe to the tiger's tail, you know, hold on, Dad, I am gonna get us out of this immigrant nightmare, I swear. You know, the lantern, don't forget about the lantern swaying seductively, highlighting my name tag, which would of course read, hello, you may call me whatever is easiest for you, namaste. Then somebody could really say, what's her name? Where's she from? Who is this? Oh, please, don't worry about it. That's just Zenobia from Mesopotamia. Now that would be exotic.